The wonder of space, introduction, look up at the night sky. What do you see? Tiny dots of light scattered across the darkness. But those dots are not just stars. Each one is a sun, some even bigger than our own. Around them may orbit planets, moons, and perhaps even life. When we gaze into space, we are looking into the greatest mystery of all time, the universe itself. Space is vast, beyond imagination. It stretches for billions of light years, holding galaxies, black holes, and wonders we can barely begin to understand. Yet, at the same time, it is deeply connected to us. Our Earth, our Sun, our very existence all come from the stars. In this journey, we are going to explore the most fascinating and important things about space. We'll learn how the universe began, the power of stars, the mystery of black holes, the worlds beyond our solar system, the achievements of human space exploration, and the biggest question of all, are we alone? So, sit back, relax, and let your imagination travel light years away. Welcome to the ultimate journey through space, a journey that may change the way you see the universe and yourself. The birth and scale of the universe. Every great story begins with a beginning, and for the universe, that beginning was the Big Bang, about 13.8 billion years ago. Imagine this, everything we see today, stars, planets, galaxies, even time and space itself, all started from one single, unimaginably small and hot point. In a fraction of a second, it expanded faster than the speed of light, creating the universe we live in. This wasn't an explosion in space, it was the expansion of space itself. As the universe cooled, atoms began to form, first hydrogen and helium, the simplest elements. Later, gravity pulled these together into clouds, and those clouds gave birth to the first stars. These stars lived, exploded, and created heavier elements, like carbon, oxygen, and iron, the very ingredients of life. In a sense, we are literally made of stardust. But how big is the universe? The numbers are mind-boggling. Astronomers estimate there are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Each galaxy may contain hundreds of billions of stars, and many of those stars could have planets. To put it in perspective, if the Milky Way galaxy were shrunk to the size of Earth, our entire solar system would be smaller than a grain of sand, and the Milky Way is just one galaxy among trillions. The light we see from distant galaxies has traveled for billions of years to reach us. That means, every time you look into the night sky, you are looking back in time. A star that looks like it's shining right now might have died millions of years ago. But its light is only reaching us today. And here's the most mind-blowing part. The universe is still expanding. Galaxies are racing away from us, carried by the stretching of space. The farther away a galaxy is, the faster it moves. This discovery changed everything we know about the cosmos. So, the universe is not static. It's alive. It's moving, it's growing, and in this vastness, our Earth is just a tiny dot. But even from this tiny dot, we can understand the grand story of creation, stars. The powerhouses of the cosmos, stars, are the beating hearts of the universe. Without them, there would be no light in the night sky, no warmth for planets, and no life for us. They are the great engines of creation, turning simple hydrogen gas into all the elements we know today. Stars are born in vast, cold clouds of gas and dust. Gravity pulls the gas together, squeezing it tighter and tighter, until the core becomes so hot that nuclear fusion begins. In that moment, a star is born. It begins to shine, and it can continue burning for millions, or even billions of years. Our Sun, for example, is an ordinary star, yet it holds enough power to keep Earth alive. It burns at about 15 million degrees Celsius at its core, fusing hydrogen into helium. Every second, it releases more energy than all of humanity has used in all of history. But stars don't all look or behave the same. Some are tiny red dwarfs, small, cool, and dim. Yet they can live trillions of years, much longer than our sun. Others are giants, blue supergiants, so massive that they shine millions of times brighter than our sun but burn out in just a few million years. A star's life is a journey. When it runs out of fuel, it changes dramatically. Small and medium stars, like our sun, swell into red giants and then shed their outer layers, leaving behind a glowing white dwarf, a star's fading core. But massive stars end more dramatically. They explode as supernova, some of the most powerful blasts in the universe. These supernova explosions are not just destructive, they are creative. They forge heavy elements like iron, gold, and uranium, scattering them across space. Without these star deaths, Earth could never have formed, and life as we know it would not exist. In extreme cases, the core of a massive star collapses into something even stranger, a neutron star or a black hole. A neutron star packs the mass of the sun into a sphere no bigger than a city. A single teaspoon of its material would weigh as much as Mount Everest. And then there are the stars that simply inspire wonder. Some pulsate rhythmically, some spin so fast they flash like cosmic lighthouses, and some are so bright they can be seen from millions of light years away. Every atom in our body, every breath we take, every beat of our heart is connected to stars. As the famous astronomer Carl Sagan once said, "We are made of star stuff." So next time you look at the sky and see a star twinkling, remember, it's not just a distant ball of gas. It's part of the grand cosmic cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. The story of the stars is also the story of us. Black holes and other cosmic monsters. If stars are the life-givers of the universe, black holes are its most terrifying destroyers. They are the strangest, most powerful objects known to science, and yet, they are invisible. A black hole forms when a massive star collapses under its own gravity. The core becomes so dense that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. What remains is a region of space called a singularity, hidden behind an invisible boundary known as the event horizon. Once something crosses this horizon, it's gone forever. To understand how extreme black holes are, imagine this. If you shrank Earth down to the size of a marble, it would become a black hole. That's how dense they are. There are different types of black holes. Small ones, called stellar mass black holes, are only a few times heavier than our sun. But at the centers of galaxies, we find supermassive black holes, millions or even billions of times more massive. Our own Milky Way has one, called Sagittarius A*, which weighs as much as 4 million suns. What happens if you fall into a black hole? The closer you get, the stronger the gravity. Scientists call this effect spaghettification. Your body would stretch into a long, thin strand before being crushed into the singularity. It sounds like science fiction, but it's a real consequence of physics. In 2019, humanity saw the unseen for the first time. Astronomers captured an image of a black hole in the galaxy M87. It looked like a glowing orange ring, the light from superheated gas swirling around the event horizon. That image proved black holes aren't just theory, they are real. But black holes are not the only cosmic monsters out there. There are neutron stars, the collapsed cores of massive stars, spinning hundreds of times per second and firing beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. Some neutron stars are so magnetized, they are called magnetars, with magnetic fields trillions of times stronger than Earth's. Then there are quasars, the brightest objects in the universe. These are powered by supermassive black holes, consuming huge amounts of gas and dust, shining brighter than entire galaxies. Black holes and their relatives remind us that the universe is not always gentle. It has places of unimaginable power where the laws of physics bend to their limits. And yet, without these cosmic monsters, galaxies might not even exist. Black holes may have played a role in shaping the structure of the universe itself. The darkness of a black hole may seem frightening, but it is also beautiful. They represent the ultimate frontier of science, a mystery we are only beginning to understand. Planets and moons, worlds. Beyond Earth, our universe is filled with billions of stars. But stars alone don't tell the whole story. Around many of them orbit planets and moons, entire worlds, each with their own mysteries. Let's begin with our own solar system. It's home to 8 planets, each unique. Closest to the Sun is Mercury, a scorched, airless rock. Then comes Venus, shrouded in thick clouds of acid, with surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Then there's Earth, our home, the only known planet with life. Its perfect balance of air, water, and distance from the Sun makes it truly special. Next is Mars, the red planet. Once, Mars had rivers and lakes, and perhaps even life. Today, it is a frozen desert, but it continues to excite scientists as a possible future home for humanity. Beyond Mars lies the realm of the giants. Jupiter, the largest planet, is so massive it could fit over 1,000 Earths inside it. It's covered in raging storms, including the Great Red Spot, a hurricane that has lasted for centuries. Saturn follows, famous for its stunning rings, made of ice and rock. Then come Uranus, a tilted world rolling around the Sun on its side, and Neptune, deep blue and stormy, with winds faster than the speed of sound. But planets are only half the story. The moons of our solar system may be even more fascinating. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has an icy crust covering a vast ocean. Beneath that frozen shell may be a place where alien life could exist. Enceladus, a tiny moon of Saturn, shoots geysers of water into space, another hint of a hidden ocean. And then there's Titan, Saturn's largest moon, with rivers and lakes, not of water, but of liquid methane and ethane. Beyond our solar system, astronomers have discovered over 5,500 exoplanets, planets orbiting other stars. Some are gas giants, some are rocky, like Earth, and a few lie in the so-called Goldilocks zone, where conditions might be just right for life. One amazing fact: there may be more planets than stars in the universe. That means trillions of worlds, each with its own story, waiting to be discovered. The search for these planets has only just begun. Every new discovery raises new questions. Could there be an Earth 2.0 out there? Could alien life be thriving beneath icy oceans, or on distant planets orbiting twin suns? Planets and moons remind us that Earth is not alone. It is one world among countless others. And exploring them might one day answer humanity's greatest question: are we truly alone in the universe? Human space exploration. From the moment humans first looked at the stars, we dreamed of reaching them. That dream became reality in the 20th century, when we began our journey into space. It all started with the space race. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite. Just 4 years later, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth. Not long after, the United States set an incredible goal: to land a man on the moon. In 1969, Neil Armstrong took that famous step onto the lunar surface, saying, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Since then, exploration has continued. The Space Shuttle program allowed astronauts to travel back and forth from space for decades. Building the International Space Station ISS, a laboratory orbiting 400 kilometers above Earth, where astronauts from around the world live and work together. Robots have also been our explorers. The Voyager probes, launched in the 1970s, are now billions of kilometers away, carrying messages from Earth into interstellar space. The Mars rovers, like Curiosity and Perseverance, have sent back incredible images and searched for signs of ancient life. Today, A new era of exploration has begun. Companies like SpaceX are developing rockets that can land and be reused, making space travel more affordable. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon, not just to visit, but to stay, building bases that can serve as stepping stones to Mars, and Mars is the next great challenge. It's a harsh, dangerous world, but many believe humans will set foot there within the next few decades. Living on Mars would test our technology, endurance, and spirit like never before. There's also the dream of space tourism, ordinary people traveling into orbit, perhaps even around the moon. What was once science fiction may soon become reality. Beyond that, scientists imagine even bolder futures, mining asteroids for resources, building giant habitats in orbit, or one day, traveling to other stars. Human space exploration is not just about rockets and astronauts. It's about imagination, courage, and our endless desire to go further. Every mission pushes the boundaries of what is possible and inspires future generations to keep reaching for the stars. Because in the end, space exploration is not just about discovering new worlds. It's about discovering what humanity itself is capable of. Satellites and technology in space every day. We use space without even realizing it. When you check the weather, use GPS on your phone, watch a live sports broadcast, or connect to the internet, you're relying on satellites. Satellites are the unsung heroes of modern life. Since the launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957, more than 11,000 active satellites have been placed into orbit around Earth. They serve many different purposes. Communication satellites beam TV channels, phone calls, and internet across the globe. Constellations like Starlink and Webb are building massive networks to bring internet to even the most remote areas on Earth. Navigation satellites power systems like GPS USA, GLONASS, Russia, Galileo Europe, and Beidou China. These allow ships, planes, cars, and even your smartphone to pinpoint their location within a few meters. Earth observation satellites help us monitor weather, track storms, map forests, and study climate change. Thanks to satellites, we can predict hurricanes, monitor wildfires, and even detect illegal deforestation. Scientific satellites and telescopes like the Hubble Space Telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope let us peer deep into the universe, studying galaxies billions of light years away. But satellites are not just helpful, they are essential. Modern society would collapse without them. Imagine a world with no GPS, no internet signals, no weather forecasts, and no global communications. However, there's a growing problem: space junk. Thousands of old, broken satellites and pieces of debris orbit Earth at high speeds. Even a small piece of metal can damage or destroy a working satellite. To solve this, scientists are developing technologies to clean up orbit, like robotic arms, nets, or even lasers to push debris back into the atmosphere. Satellites are also paving the way for the future. They will guide spacecraft to Mars, help us explore asteroids, and provide the backbone for space exploration. It's amazing to think satellites may be small compared to planets and stars, but they are some of the most important tools humanity has ever created. They connect our world, protect our planet, and open the door to the universe. Mysteries of space and the search for alien life. Even after centuries of study, space is still full of mysteries. The more we discover, the more questions arise. One of the biggest puzzles is dark matter. Astronomers noticed that galaxies spin faster than they should, as if an invisible mass is holding them together. This unseen substance is called dark matter, and it makes up about 27% of the universe. Yet we don't know what it is. Then there's dark energy, an even greater mystery. It's the force driving the accelerated expansion of the universe, making galaxies move farther apart. Dark energy makes up nearly 70% of everything, yet we can't see it, touch it, or fully explain it. That means everything we see, stars, planets, people, is less than 5% of the universe. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all is the question, are we alone? Astronomers have found thousands of exoplanets, some in the habitable zone where liquid water might exist. Moons like Europa and Enceladus, in our own solar system, may also have oceans beneath their icy crusts, perfect places for microbial life. For decades, scientists have searched for signals from intelligent civilizations through projects like SETI. So far, we've heard only silence. This silence leads to the famous Fermi paradox. With billions of stars and trillions of planets, why haven't we found anyone yet? There are many theories. Maybe intelligent civilizations are rare. Maybe they destroy themselves before reaching the stars. Or maybe they're out there, but we simply don't know how to detect them. Some even suggest alien life might exist in forms we can't recognize based on chemistry or biology very different from our own. In recent years, governments and space agencies have even begun to take UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, more seriously, while most sightings turn out to be natural or man-made. The possibility of unknown technology has fueled public curiosity. The search for life is not just about aliens, it's about us. If we discover even the tiniest bacteria on another world, it would mean life is not unique to Earth. It would change how we see ourselves in the universe. The mysteries of space remind us that we've only just begun our journey. Dark matter, dark energy, black holes, and the search for life. These are questions that may take generations to answer. But one thing is certain, the universe is far stranger, bigger, and more exciting than we can ever imagine. Why space matters to us, as we come to the end of this journey through the universe. Let's take a moment to reflect. We've explored the birth of the cosmos, the life of stars, the power of black holes, the beauty of planets and moons, the achievements of human exploration, the importance of satellites, and the mysteries that still remain. Each of these reminds us of one simple truth. Space is not just out there, it's part of us. Our Earth is a tiny blue dot in the vastness of space, fragile and unique. When astronauts look back at our planet from orbit, they don't see borders, countries, or divisions. They see one world, shared by all of humanity. Space teaches us humility, but also hope. It shows us how small we are, but also how much potential we have to explore, to learn, and to grow. The more we study the universe, the more we realize how precious Earth really is. Space is not only about discovering the unknown, it's about protecting the only home we have. And who knows? One day humanity may step beyond the solar system, traveling to other stars, building new homes among the galaxies. But until then, our greatest mission is to keep looking up.